welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland and another tag video. I love these videos. I think they're so much fun to make. I really enjoy watching them, and I think a lot of you guys enjoy watching them as well. So I was really excited to see that Rachel from Hey Bales here on YouTube, I'll link her channel below, has started this new tag and included me in it, which I was really grateful for. Thank you, Rachel. So I thought I would film it today for you, and then I will tag some other people at the end. Rachel is an absolutely gorgeous lady. She makes all sorts of videos, weight loss, family stuff, Disney stuff, all of that jazz. And she has a really nice family as well. So I highly recommend that you go over and watch her. And this particular tag is I'm currently. So it's a whole list of things that we're currently doing at the moment, which I think is quite good for everybody to watch because it can give you some ideas of what to be getting up to while we're still in this strange situation of lockdown. Right, let's get started. So first of all, sorry, I just went to get my notes and sent you flying, so if the angle's changed, that's why. Right, so I've got my list here of what I need to tell you that I'm currently doing. So, reading. I am currently reading or listening to, as you may know, I don't read books, I listen to audiobooks, and I am currently listening to a brilliant book called The Tea Shop on the Corner by Millie Johnson. And I love Millie Johnson's books. They're so easy to read or listen to. You get so absorbed by the characters. I just really like her writing style. This book in particular is about a few different people, and you get to find out about what's happening in their lives, but they all end up meeting in this tea shop on the corner who's run by one of the ladies who you find out about her life. It's really good to learn about all the different characters that are coming together, finding out what's going on in their life and how that affects all of the other people who go into this tea shop. And I have to say, I love the sound of this tea shop because it's got brilliant cakes and coffees and sandwiches and things, but it also sells some really unique stationery type things. So yeah, it just sounds like my sort of tea shop. I would definitely recommend this book as a bit of light-hearted reading. Very good. I'm currently listening to, apart from my books, I'm not really listening to music as such. I tend to listen to music when I'm driving, when I'm in the car, either myself or with the kids or with Jack, because I like to sing along. And nobody else really needs to be hearing that. But I'm not really listening to anything in the house as such. I would say when I'm in the car, we've just been shopping just now, so I was listening to a whole range of things from the Stereophonics to Biffy Clyro to Guns N' Roses, just a whole mix of things. And the only thing I've really been listening to in the house is things that had been recorded basically as part of the whole lockdown thing. So I was a huge Wet 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 fan when I was growing up, and my friend tagged me in something on Facebook where Marty Pello was singing a lot of their songs just a cappella. He was just sitting there in his house singing the songs, which was lovely. And the Bare Naked Ladies have done something very similar. And yeah, so things that I am listening to music wise tends to be things that have been recorded in people's own houses just to entertain people while the lockdown is going on. Watching. Well, I'm loving Netflix, as I know a lot of people are just now, and Jack and I have just finished binge watching Afterlife, the Ricky Gervais show. Now, we only really got interested in the first series a few weeks ago. We'd heard about it but never really knew anything about it and hadn't worried about it, but then Jack's dad had said it's really good, you should watch it. So we decided to watch it, and we binge watched it in 3 nights, I think. We just absolutely loved it. And the second series just came on a couple of weeks ago, just over a week ago I think, and we finished that already as well. Afterlife is basically about Ricky Gervais, who actually wrote it. He loses his wife, who he was madly in love with, and he doesn't feel like going on. He thinks that there's absolutely nothing left in life for him now that his wife has gone. And there's a few times that he does attempt to commit suicide, but he's always stopped for one reason or another, and it's usually their dog. The dog was absolutely adored by his wife, and he thinks about the fact that the dog can't open the tins of food herself, so he has to be there for her. That sort of thing. But I would say it's like a dark comedy, and the way that it's written is brilliant. His style has just, I've never really been into like The Office or Extras or any of his other stuff, but his style of writing in this programme is very dark humour. It's really sad at a lot of bits, but then you're actually belly laughing out loud at other bits. The humour is just brilliant. It really, really is. And the other characters that are in there are really good as well. And Ricky Gervais himself, because he doesn't care about life anymore, he doesn't care about the people around him, and he's really nasty to people, and he just couldn't care less. He's got one of those attitudes. But as the series goes on, you see that attitude sort of changing slightly because of the influence of other people around him. And some of the other characters are just fantastic. And I keep saying "and" in this video, sorry about that. One of the guys that's in it, if anybody watches 10 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, the guy that's in that, Joe Wilkinson, the really funny guy in that, he's in it. He's the postman. And is it Roisin Doherty? Oh, I can't remember. She's an actress anyway, and she's in Cats Does Countdown as well, now and again, and she's in it as well. And it's a brilliant programme. I'm not doing it justice by the way that I'm trying to explain it, but if you like sort of dark comedies, give it a go. Honestly, it is brilliant. There is quite a bit of swearing in it. Oh, and the other thing that's going on as well is his dad's in a nursing home with dementia, so every time he goes to visit his dad's asking where his wife is and things like that, and that really frustrates poor Ricky as well. But brilliant programme. Highly recommend Afterlife on Netflix. And currently, now that I'm finished that, I am watching a programme on Netflix called Somewhere Between, which is basically, I'm only a couple of episodes into it, but it's a woman whose daughter gets kidnapped and killed. And at the same time as you're finding out about that story, you're finding out about other characters as well. Now, when the woman's child gets found and she knows that she's dead, the woman doesn't want to go on anymore. She puts rocks in her pockets and jumps into the water to commit suicide, and you see her hitting the bottom, and that's it. However, at the same time, there's other characters that you're finding out about, and one of them has been pushed into the water at the same time by a horrible gang. And it turns out that the woman then wakes up at the side of the water and thinks, how did I get here? Why have I not drowned? But it's actually 8 days before our daughter was killed. So something's happened, we don't know what, or I still don't know what, I'm only a few episodes in, that has made her come back before her daughter is kidnapped and killed. So she's then making it her mission to try to save her daughter, to make sure that nothing happens to her, to keep her safe. And also the other guy who was put in the water at the same time has also came back at the same time. So it's a little bit like Manifest, if anybody's watched Manifest, where the people on the plane disappear and then they appear in the future. This is very similar, except they come back in the past, and they're trying to figure out what their purpose is, why they've came back and what they've got to do. And again, I'm really enjoying it. So that is Somewhere Between, if you fancy checking that out on Netflix. Right, what I am eating, what I'm currently eating. I would love to say it's lovely healthy food, but as you can probably tell by my bloated face, it's not. I'm just eating the biggest load of rubbish in lockdown, and to be honest, I can't wait for things to get back to normal and I get back on keto. But in the meantime, some of the things that I'm loving food-wise are the little Soaring snack bars that you get. Now, I'm sure most of you know a Soaring loaf. It's like a sort of malty loaf and it's squishy. It's like somewhere between a cake and a bread. And I love the little individual bars that you get. And that is the apple flavour. And I've also got the banana flavour and the strawberry flavour. Now you get them in probably most supermarkets, but I've been getting them in Asda, and you get 5 of these in a pack for £1. And I just think they're fantastic as a snack. If I want something sweet, but I'm not overly hungry, this is what I have. And calorie wise, they're not bad, I don't think. Around 90 calories in one of these little loaf things. And I'm really enjoying snacking on them. Something that's even more naughty that I am loving just now is biscuits. In particular, chocolate digestives. The problem with them is when I start, I can't stop. I could easily eat a packet of chocolate digestives in one sitting without even realising it. But the other things that I've came across are the digestive chocolate creams. Now these are like 2 small digestive biscuits with chocolate cream in the middle, as the name suggests. And they are really nice. I find them sweeter and more satisfying in a way than chocolate digestive, so I can stop after a couple of these. And this is only 50p for the whole pack in Asda. And something that's very similar is the Hobnob's vanilla creams, and it's the Hobnob biscuit on the outside with the vanilla cream on the inside, and these are amazing as well. And again, I can stop at a couple of these. They're not individually portioned, they are just like normal biscuits when you open it. What are they per biscuit? 68 calories for the Hobnob ones and 66 for these, but it's all sugar. It's all sugar. Let's not fool ourselves here. Not a lot of calories, but it's all sugar. So that is what I'm eating. What I'm currently drinking is, of course, no shocks here. Put your answers below. Raspberry Pepsi Max. Loving Raspberry Pepsi Max. I'm drinking at least a bottle of this a day. Yes, it's bad for me. No, I don't care because I love the stuff. But the other thing that I have discovered recently is 7-Up Free with cherry. These are so nice. Now I have 1 can of this a day. I have this as I'm going to my bed because I like to have a can by my bed for through the night if I'm needing a drink or whatever. And I really look forward to this because it's a different taste to my Pepsi Max and it's a different taste to normal 7-Up. I wouldn't say it's got a strong cherry flavour because I'm not a fake cherry fan, but it's very different from normal 7-Up and really refreshing. I would highly recommend you trying this. I got these out of Asda. So that's what I'm drinking. What am I currently loving? Well, I am loving my crafts because I'm in the house, I've got nothing else to do. I am loving my crafts and of course watching YouTube and Netflix. And the crafts that I'm really getting into just now are my diamond art and latch hooking, and I've actually just finished one of each, so I'll show you them just now. So the diamond art one that I've just finished is that. Can you see it? So it's all the doggies and the birds and cats and things, just a whole load of animals smiling and giggling at each other, and you can see there how it sparkles. So I am going to get this trimmed and put on a canvas and put it on the wall. I just think that is really cute. It's quite funny, isn't it? It just makes me smile when I look at it. And that's going to go on the wall in the spare room, which was my YouTube room. It's now the girls' study room since homeschooling. And the latch hook I have just finished. Now this was my first ever latch hook easy for me to say, and that's from a teeth in. My first ever latch hook project was this. So it is the little rug, and it's a Willa dog. And when you look closely at it, you can see all the individual pieces of yarn that gets hooked through the material. I did show this when I first got it, but that's it finished. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I might mount it on something and put it on the wall. I'm not going to use it as a rug, it'll just get minging. But yeah, so that is what I'm loving just now. Watching YouTube or Netflix and doing my crafts. Right, feeling. I am currently feeling, right now at this moment, I'm happy. I have been to Asda, I've got food in the house, I'm talking to you guys, so I'm happy. I think like everybody else, my feelings change from day to day. In fact, they can change from minute to minute just now because everybody's so uncertain about what's happening, what's going on in the future. I'm feeling fed up with the lockdown now, to be honest. I feel like it's been going on long enough. I feel like we're over the worst of it as a country and we really do need to start getting back to some sort of normality. Through the week, I I feel stressed with the whole homeschooling thing, and I've mentioned this in a lot of videos. Brooke's teacher's really good at putting work up on the Google Classroom. However, he's been putting a lot of work up recently, and there was a few days last week where Brooke wasn't getting it all done in the work day, in the school day. That's how much work there was, and I was getting so stressed out, and I was thinking, is he giving us too much work, or am I just being a perfectionist and making her redo things that really don't need redone? But then her teacher actually phoned me just to check how she was doing. They're really good that way. The head teacher phones as well. And he did say that he's really impressed with the amount of work that Brooke's doing, but not to worry if she doesn't get through it all. That he really just wants to put plenty on there to keep their heads amused, to keep their brains engaged, and that it's a guideline, and if she doesn't get it all done, it's nothing to stress about. So both myself and Brooke were relieved when we heard that, so I'm not going to stress out as much about it. I am still stressing out for Abby a little bit, because that's her now getting her higher work coming through, and the teachers are putting some work up, but she's feeling stressed because they've not been taught anything at a higher level yet, so she doesn't understand how they're supposed to do the work that they're being given. And to be honest, I'm kind of with her on that, but she's just doing what she can. And again, I'm not stressing her out about it, because teenagers have got so much going on just now. She's also worried about what's happening with her lack of exams and her grades and things like that, so I'm not stressing her out too much about it. So that's what I'm feeling. What I'm currently waiting on is another latch hook project to come through. When I finished that, I thought, right, I need another one, so I have got another one coming through, which I'll show you when it gets here. Obviously it's taken a wee while because it's not an essential. It's coming from eBay. I did see the same one on Amazon for $36.99, and I got it on eBay for $13.99. How crazy is that? I'm sure it's the same one. So I'm currently waiting for that to come through, and I'm also waiting for some other online shopping to come through so I can do a couple of hauls for you, because like me, I know you all love watching hauls. So that is what I'm waiting on just now. Oh, hello Rana. Hello big dog. It wouldn't be a video without Rannoch sticking his nose in, would it? Hello. Hello my boy. Hello Willa. Willa's here too. I know what he's wanting. Have you not already had one today? Have you not already had one? I think you might have had one. Are you trying to tell me what time it is? These dogs can tell the time now. Anytime when it gets to between 11:15 and 11:15, Rannoch comes up in my face until I give them, what time is it? And when I tell them, it's time, is it time? They get all excited because it's time for a chicken wing. Where's the chicken wings? Where are they? Go and get it, Willa. Where are they? I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully I'll get peace now. I'm currently wanting to go out. I'm totally wanting freedom. I just want to be able to go out when I fancy it and do what I want and go shopping without having to queue and without having to social distance. I'm wanting to be able to actually sit with my mum in the house instead of having to talk to her from a distance. I'm wanting to be able to cuddle her. I just want what everybody else wants, and that is normality. I'm currently hoping that we get back to normal soon. I think like everybody else is, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the world to get back to normal, for people to stop getting ill. I know it's going to be a long time before the virus, it'll never go away, but I'm hoping that we are over the worst of it like we think we are. I'm hoping that the death rate continues to go down and that everybody can just get back to some sort of normal life as soon as possible. I'm currently wearing, at the moment I'm semi-dressed, well I'm dressed but semi-decently because I've been out at Asda, so I've got my sort of cropped sweatshirt on with my sort of peachy coloured t-shirt under it and jeans. In general, I have been scruffing about in the scruffiest of clothes because I'm not going anywhere, so I refuse to wear my sort of decent clothes for just sitting in the house getting covered in dog slobber and food when I'm cooking. or dirt when I'm cleaning. So yeah, I am currently living in my scruffs. I wouldn't say I'm living in my pyjamas. I do get up and get dressed because I have so much time in my life when I'm ill and I have to be in my bed and in my pyjamas. So when I am able to, I do like to get dressed. But it's scruffy clothes that I'm wearing that have got holes in them and that are really just kind of off-white now because they've been washed that many times. You know, we've all got them, haven't we? We have all got them. And finally, I am currently admiring, obviously I'm admiring all the key workers that are out there keeping us safe, keeping us fed, all the rest of it. But can I just say that I'm really admiring the teenagers and how they seem to be coping with it. Sorry if you can hear her. Wee Molly's lying beside me eating her chicken wing and all I can hear is crunch, crunch. I'm really admiring the way that a lot of the teenagers, such as Abby, are coping with this, because it must be so difficult. I remember what it was like to be a teenager anyway, and for someone to suddenly tell me that I wasn't allowed to go out the house, that I wasn't allowed to see my friends, that I wasn't allowed to socialise or go to the cinema or any of that, that would have just been the end of the world for me. I know they've got social media, which is definitely helping them, but Abby is coping with it so well, and I really hope that a lot of other teenagers are as well. And I have to say, I'm admiring the fact that they are, or they do seem to be, sticking to the rules. When I'm out anywhere, like at the shops or out for our walks, I'm not seeing big groups of teenagers hanging about. That I did actually think that a lot of them would flaunt the rules and say stuff it and would do that, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. So I really am admiring teenagers and children in general probably for the way that they're coping. And I'm basically just admiring us all who are getting through this. Right, so that is everything. I hope you have enjoyed this video and finding out what I'm currently doing. I am going to tag this on because it's a tag video. So I am going to tag, of course, Tracey the Mad Scots Lass. I am going to tag Christine from Life with Christine, and I think I did tag Trudy Beanie in my last one, and I can't tag her because Rachel tagged her. I can't tag Rachel because it's her tag. I think I'm going to tag Karen, the Geordie Grandma, because I really enjoy watching her videos as well, and I have seen her doing tag videos in the past, so hopefully she will join in. If the three of you would like to join in with this, I would really like to watch your videos. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you do YouTube and you've not been tagged in this, please feel free to do it and let me know in the comments below that you're doing it so that I can come over and watch it. And like I say, I will put Rachel and the other three lovely people's channels in the description box below. Go check them out, please. And please comment to let me know what you're currently up to, and I will see you in our next video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. My subscriber numbers are creeping up towards the 500, which is very exciting for me. So please continue to do that, and I will see you in our next video. Thanks very much, everyone.